Okay, so this is my extra credit project for Mr. Allward's class. Hi, Mr. Allward. And this is for us, where we answer the questions about how the technology robot stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this is me answering the questions about how I feel or think about everything from the videos about the robots and stuff. So the first question is, what are your emotions and how does this information make you feel? The way that I feel about these videos is honestly just, it's so like astounding. The fact that we're able to make these kind of machines in order for them to do these human things is just astounding. Like, I can't comprehend the fact that we've come this far with technology and how much our technology has improved. Like, it's just mind-blowing. The fact that a computer can go on Jeopardy and answer questions that are meant for the human brain with puns and clues that are inside the questions, and the fact that a computer can understand them, let alone answer them in less than 3 seconds, that is insane. That's crazy. This information kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like I haven't done something worthwhile in my life. I mean, yeah, those people who invented the robotic arm or the copter or the smartest computer on the earth, yeah, they're so much older, but in a way it makes me feel like I'm doing absolutely nothing worthwhile for my life, and it kind of makes me want to pursue a life where I will at least accomplish something big, and like, I want to leave my mark, I guess, on the earth before I leave or whatever. And that's the thing, is that I don't know when I'm going to leave Earth, which is a scary thought. So I want to like make my mark on the earth now, and that's where I'm starting with this. That's why I'm doing theater, that's why I'm doing a bunch of my church things, is because I want to leave an impact on younger people, because at least then I'm leaving an impact on them. So the second question is, what are your thoughts and what does this information make you think? My thoughts on this are kind of jumbled in my brain. I don't really know what to think or how to think, because it's so amazing, the fact that this type of technology has come into our world today. It's astounding. That's honestly all I can say. It's astounding. This information makes me think that I definitely want to learn more. If a computer can learn through its mistakes, then I want to be able to learn more throughout my mistakes. I know it sounds a little weird, but somehow in my brain it makes sense. Okay, and now the third question. I'm not gonna remember all of it word for word, so the third question is, using the analogy of the Wright brothers' plane flying 100 feet and not making an old pigeon jealous compared to the F-22 Raptor today. Expand on what you believe these things of the robotics and machine learning could realistically evolve into the next 100 years. I believe that we're going to accomplish a lot in the next 100 years. Shut up, phone. I think that honestly, through machine learning and through everything, I believe that our world isn't going to look like the way it is in the next 100 years. I think that our world is going to be so much more advanced and so much more complex because of how much we as the human race are learning about technology and how we're able to apply physics and the mathematical side to technology, and we're able to create these marvelous things. I think that in the very near future, I think that our technology is going to evolve into something really great. I mean, yeah, sure, they say like, oh, in the next 10 years, we're gonna be looking at holograms or whatever, and that obviously isn't happening right now, but I honestly think that in the next, I don't know, 20 years maybe or something like that, and basically basically in the very near future, we're going to be looking at something so high-tech that it could like represent like a hologram. I mean, the fact that we're able to the fact that these inventions came about is just amazing. Can't really express how amazing. I can't really fathom how amazing these things that were made are. So basically in the next 100 years, there are going to be many, many, many amazing and wonderful things. Or our generation is just going to spiral down and we're not gonna make amazing things. But it's better to be optimistic, and there's always going to be those people that will want to invent very great and amazing things. So that's good. So the fourth question is, react to how this information impacts math and science in your future. Well, in my future. The way that this impacts my future to learn more math and science is the fact that I didn't really realize how much math and science are in our everyday lives, but I didn't really grasp the concept at how much of the math and science we learn are in our daily lives and the way we use them, and how we can use them can be turned into something really amazing. And I didn't really fathom at how much math and science we were learning and how they can produce a bunch of amazing things. Therefore, I personally would like to see at how much math or science can be used throughout my everyday life, or at how I can use it in a way to produce something spectacular. Maybe not something as spectacular as a prosthetic arm or something like that, but maybe something that would amaze me and that would astound my capabilities at how the fact that I was able to use that much math or that much science in order to produce something great that would amaze me. I'm really sorry, Mr. Allward. As you can kind of tell throughout this video, I'm kind of weird, and this is more of my normal self that I don't really show in class. Okay, now the fifth question is, react to how the careers you are considering may be impacted. The careers that I chose are going to be impacted through this new information that I have learned and that I have gathered. The careers that I want to choose are going to be involving technology, not necessarily the technology as high or as complex as what the men that have showed in these videos and the people that have been involved in these numerous projects. Whichever career that I choose, this is still going to impact me, because if I want to become an ASL interpreter, then this will impact me as in that the Watson machine, that they might invent one to the fact where they actually create an actual robotic person to the point where it can be like the robotic person from Star Trek, where it is like a human being basically, and then I would be out of a job as an ASL interpreter, because then a deaf person would be able to have a robotic person rather than an actual human being. This also would impact my career if I was to choose the more theatrical side, which is what I am leaning towards. I want to be a lighting technician when I'm older. That would change my career. The whole Watson and the prosthetic arm inventions could just really come together, and I think that they would. If they were to actually create a robotic person, they would get the guy who made the prosthetic arm, and they would have him and the people who were on the Watson invention, they would come together and they would make a robotic person. Therefore, leaving me again without a job, because then someone could just build a crane or something and just move all of the lights, or to just like hang up a light. Therefore, a human being wouldn't actually have to climb up that high to the catwalks and adjust a light, or to hang up a light, whether it's for a concert or for some sort of event. I don't think that I really have to be worried that I would be out of a job. I mean, everybody could be out of a job with these new inventions. Really, just with the fact if they create an actual robotic person, then basically everybody would be without a job, because then they would just supply robots for teachers or doctors or what else? Construction workers, or really anything and everything. That way they would just have to spend so much money on just one robotic person for that one position. Therefore, they wouldn't spend as much money to have to pay a teacher or to have to pay a doctor or something like that. They would just pay to build the actual robot, and it would leave everybody without a job. But I'm not necessarily that worried, because I don't think that type of invention would come anytime soon, or even if it would, then it wouldn't really, I don't think that it would necessarily put humans out of a job, because then everything like from WALL-E would come true, or any other type of movie where robots decide to take over the world or something like that. I think that if there was a robotic person to be created, I think that that would just be a helper in a way to mankind, to make our lives easier. Like all technology has been made. Technology is made to make our lives easier and to help us with the things that we have to do or that we have to accomplish. That's really what I think about all of these spectacular inventions. So yeah, Allward, expect like bloopers. Just saying. Oh, another thing I forgot to say is that this is literally my 3rd time filming this video. Kind of mad about that. And this is also going to be my 3rd or 4th time having to edit all this video, because my Wi-Fi has crashed over Thanksgiving break, and it just got fixed 2 nights ago. So yeah, and then when I went to go upload my video today to Moodle correctly, because I didn't do it correctly, found out that my video wasn't there anymore. So yeah, it didn't upload correctly on YouTube, therefore I having to refilm this video. So yeah, because my brother's computer is kind of stupid. That's also another thing. Technology has a bunch of glitches, which is why I don't think that technology is not actually going to replace humans, because it has so many glitches, so then humans have to fix those. Therefore, humans wouldn't be out of a job. So, kind of good that technology has glitches and everything, because then we know how to fix it, or at least we try to figure out how to fix it. But yeah, that's all that I have to say about these topics, Mr. Allward. If I get a bad grade on this, I'm gonna be really mad, just saying, because I've filmed and edited this video, or not this one, but this project so many times, and editing takes such a long time. By the way, Mr. Allward, as you can tell, I am showing more of my normal self, at which I don't necessarily show in class. This is Rebecca Bob and how I normally act, so yeah. So sorry for my weirdness. Hashtag sorry not sorry for being weird, but yeah. So yeah, okay. Bye, Allward.